Hoş geldiniz. Ben Admittance Education'dan Yeşim Erez, Maria Marcus ve ile beraber bugün yurt dışında lise niçin faydalıdır, bizim seçici üniversitelere girmemize nasıl yardım eder, aileler bu işe nasıl bakmalı, nasıl karar vermeliler, onu tartışacağız hep beraber ama ufak bir grup olarak diyalog şeklinde. Onun için sorularınız olursa please stop us and ask. Böyle iki dil arasında gidip geleceğim. If that's all right with you, so that Maria will understand as well. And with that, I will turn it over to Maria, who lives, by the way, in Connecticut. I was just there. So she's in the middle of the best boarding schools, best options United States has to offer. And I'm being asked, can I make certain translations? And I will do that. And that I'd be happy to do that. And that's why I'm here.
Perfect. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Teşekkür
Great.
ederiz.
So thank you so much for inviting me. Hello to everyone. Hopefully you'll ask questions. Let's make it interactive. If I don't get something, Yoshim will be here to help us out to get through.
Türkçe de söyleyeceğiz.
Let me just see how I can scroll. Okay, so we will talk today about boarding schools, but first I wanted to tell you why we think you should be working with us and learn from us. Well, Yeşim obviously based in Turkey and US. I myself have over 10 years of experience in boarding school admissions. I want you to...
And much longer in education itself.
Yes, and much longer in education, that's correct. One important thing about us, neither of us are agents, so you are our client. It means we will find the best fit school for your child, and we're not looking to fill up the space for any boarding schools. We don't work with a specific boarding school. We will find a school that will work for your child and where your child will be successful, welcomed, and will do great things. We both are members of professional organization, IACA, just one of them. So Yeşim, if you want to translate or whatever.
Yes. Şöyle bir şey var. Türkiye ortamına baktığımda, I'll just say it in Turkish if that's okay, but I'm essentially repeating the same things. I just want to ensure everybody gets it with the nuances. Mesela lise placement'larında genellikle liseden para alıyorlar. Şimdi böyle birisine gittiğinizde arkasından sorunlara yol açıyor. Çünkü komisyon veren liselerin bazıları daha az, bazıları daha çok verdiğinde tabii ki daha çok verenlere kayıran bir consultancy ile çalışmış olacaksınız. Biz bunlara consultant demiyoruz, agent diyoruz. Yani komisyoncu. Onun için biz bu şekilde çalışmıyoruz. Uluslararası Bağımsız Danışmanlar Derneği'nin ben global komite başkanıyım. Halen geçen sene vazifem buydu. Her sene değişir. Maria da orada profesyonel bir üye olarak benimle beraber. Onun için tamamen aileler için çalışıyoruz. Onun için bizim vereceğimiz bilgiler daha sağlıklı olabilir bu bu açılımda diye devam etmek istiyoruz. We can go to the next page.
Perfect. So this is just a quick slide, just so we talk about boarding schools in context of the overall high schools in US. Obviously, there are public schools and private schools. Boarding schools in US are only private schools, and those are the schools that welcome international students. Normally, high school is 9 through 12 grades. Boarding schools often, not always, also offers PG year. It's a postgraduate year, so you can finish the school in Turkey and then come for 1 year for whatever reason, maybe to take an extra class or play a sport, or you can finish a school here in US and take an extra year. Most of the time, it's athletes who take that year or students who got sick or need to take another advanced class or something. It's usually not a lot, but it's just important to know about that option. Also, boarding school could be a day student. I had students who've done that, who came with their family. So they obviously don't have to pay for boarding. They only pay for the school, and the parents with the student live nearby. So you can treat boarding school if it's important as a day school.
Okay. Amerika'da iki tarz opsiyonumuz var. Biliyorsunuz zaten bunu. Bunu sizin yüzlerinizi göremiyorum şu anda ama lafa katılmak isteyen varsa bu konuda deneyimi olan lütfen gelsin. E, Public yani devlet tarafından finanse edilen okullar ve private. Şimdi Türkiye'deki public private farkı Amerika'da mevzu bahis değil. Bir yerde oturuyorsanız aslında public school'lara da çocuğunuzu yollayabilirsiniz. Bu arada aile olarak gelmek istiyorsanız ya da ebeveynden bir tanesi bu tarafa taşınmak ya da bu arada İngiltere'yi falan da sorabilirsiniz bize. Taşınmak istiyorsanız o zaman bunları düşünmekte biraz daha fayda olabiliyor. Bunu yapan öğrencilerimiz çok var açıkçası. Onlara oturup nereye taşınılmalı, oradaki hangi okullar iyidir, oraya taşındıktan sonra okulla işlerinizi yürütürken nasıl, neleri gözetmelisiniz, nelere dikkat etmelisiniz o konuda yardım edebiliyoruz. Şimdi bunun haricinde biz gelmiyorsak Amerika'ya, ailemiz gelmiyorsa ne yapabilirsiniz? Öğrenci yollanabilir. O da private high school opsiyonu dediğim Maria'nın. Yani boarding opsiyonu çok öne geliyor. Bunun çok distinct avantajları var. Bu sunumda da bunlardan bahsedeceğiz ve üniversite girişlerinde faydalarından bahsedeceğiz. Ama kendisinin burada anlattığı virtual, hatta bunlarla ilgili bir toplantımız daha olacak sonra, bir iki hafta sonra. Bir de day school yani aile taşındı ama gene de boarding school'a yollayabiliyorsunuz. Günlük gelip gelmek üzere, pardon, boarding değil de day school olarak. Yani özel okula demek istedim. Yani bu iki opsiyon, iki familya altında karar vermeniz mümkün. Karar veremezseniz bize sorabilirsiniz. Okay, all set. I'm going to just mute myself and call Hande for a second.
Okay, great. We thought we'll start with why you're really here. Most of you here probably who want to send their students to wonderful higher ed institution in the United States, and we pulled out two schools, Hotchkiss and Westminster. Hotchkiss is one of the top schools. This is where in the last 5 years, those are the schools where 10 or more students in one column and 5 to 9 students in another column went. You can see that there are various institutions. Most of them you will recognize, like University of Chicago, Georgetown, Cornell, Columbia, Yale, Brown University, etc. You can go down the list. And we'll talk more about the reasons why from this school so many students go to those, highly, we call them high rejection schools. So I'll highlight this school for a minute. I don't think you need to translate, do you?
Yeah, I just want to say one thing. How many kids, because I don't know the exact number, if you have to guess, how big is Hotchkiss?
500 students.
500. Yani, let me translate. So that's like a little 2.5%, 250% of Robert College, which is about 200, genellikle that's about an average number in Turkey. So
The graduation class is about 120 students.
120. Şimdi o zaman let me say this is even better. 120 öğrenci 1, 2, 3, 4 senede 42 kişi University of Chicago'ya gidiyor. Bu mümkün değil. Hiçbir okulumuzda olmuyor bu oranlar. Anladık değil mi farkını? Yani senede bir kişi Harvard'a girer, bir kişi Chicago'ya girer, bilmem bir kişi Princeton'a girer. En iyi okullarımızdan okul başına. Başka bir istatistik bilen varsa aman söylesin çünkü yani bunlar inanılmaz. 34 kişi Georgetown, 27 kişi Cornell, yani bu performansta okul yok Türkiye'de. Hemfikir miyiz orada? Bir tek Tülay Hanım'ı görüyorum. Peki.
Hemfikiriz.
Tamam, okay. So the performance of the Hotchkiss is better than any public school in Turkey right now. By far.
Probably.
Okay.
Probably any public school in the US as well.
Yes, it's quite good. Let's look at one that's not as selective, Maria.
Sure. So this is just the data from Hotchkiss. You can get it on their website. It's not easy to get in. We'll talk about what do you need to get to do to get in the school like that, but not everybody does. This is my pictures. Probably 3 years ago, I went to the school to see it with a student. You can see there has several concert hall and theaters and state-of-the-art athletic facilities. And on another slide, on another window, we have a quick movie from them about their DNA research and the things they can do really are quite spectacular. But this is a Westminster School, also an old school, a little bit smaller in size, 425, I think, students. Much easier to get into. And this is the list of the schools that 3 or more students, I think, enrolled in over the last 4 years.
Uh, three or more. Yeah, this is still pretty good.
Yes, you still see Yale, you still see Columbia, you see
Harvard.
BYU, and University of Southern California, St. Andrews, etc. Michigan,
Yeah.
North Carolina, Chapel Hill, the schools you would recognize. Tufts University,
Pretty damn good still, huh?
Northwestern, Princeton. So a lot of schools, but I know I work a lot with international students. There are some great schools on this list that you might not heard of, but they well recognized within the United States and Europe.
Yani Robert'ten mesela Lehigh, Lafayette bunlar süper okullar. Johns Hopkins tabii biliyorsunuzdur. Zaten veliler çok bilgili Türkiye'de. Öyle olmak zorundayız çünkü do it yourself vaziyetinde bu iş. Okay. Thank you, Maria. So this is a school that's not as difficult to get into. That is very possible. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A lot
So
of
this is just
international.
a little data. Most of the schools have 15, no more than 20%. The good schools will not have more than 20% of international school students. There is a reason for that. First of all, there are students from US from all different states, but also international students come here for international experience, being in the United States, understanding the culture. So they try to keep this ratio, at least good boarding schools try to keep this ratio quite low. I also put here, if you see 37% student receive financial aid, we'll talk about that later. But it is possible to get financial aid. This is some of the pictures from that school. And this is a quote, and maybe Yeshin can translate. It's a quote from the Forbes magazine that the boarding school students succeeded significantly higher rates than a private day and public schools, especially in college and adult life, according to the recent study. And there is a reason for that, because for 4 years, they were in college-like environment. They were living far from their parents. They had to figure out how to get it all together under actually 24-hour supervision, but nevertheless, they were still without their family. They know what it is to take advanced classes. They know what it is, how to approach their professors, and how to take care of their daily life within a boarding school.
So call me ChatGPT. Let me translate this. Baltimore Yatılı Okul Association'ı, tabii Özel Okullar Association'ı gruplarından biri tarafından yapılan araştırmaya göre bugünkü günümüzdeki top boarding school'larda bunlar day, yani boarding olmayan özel fakat yine gidip gelilen Robert Koç gibi ya da devlet okullarıyla karşılaştırdığınızda üniversitede girişlerinde çok daha büyük başarılı olduğu gözüküyor. Yani tek fark yatılı olunması ya da olmaması özel okullarda. Bunun sebebi de zaten ona daha detaylı gireceğiz ama Maria'nın söylediğini tercüme edeyim. Öğrencilerimizi, çocuklarımızı çok seviyoruz. Ben dahil hiç kimse başka yere yollayıp da her gün görmemek gibi bir şey istemez. Fakat böyle bir şey yaptığımızda çocuk ayakları üstünde durmayı, bağımsızlığı, hocalarıyla relate etmeyi, arkadaşlarıyla yaşamayı, üniversite hayatını önceden görmüş oluyor ve biliyor. Onun için çok daha bağımsız oluyor. Zaten üniversite danışmanı olarak söylüyorum. Aradıkları özellik de bu. Onun için daha güzel, daha temiz bir şekilde onu hazırlamış oluyoruz açıkçası. Please proceed. Thank you.
Thank you so much. There are different types of boarding schools. Most of you would probably consider college prep schools, and that's really why the boarding schools became what they are. There are also junior boarding schools. They start usually at 6th grade. I had a few students who went to junior boarding schools. They usually run up to 9th grade, and they enter high school boarding school later. That actually is a great experience for the younger students. There are military schools, there are single-sex schools. They are becoming less popular, and I think that only the top sex schools right now are have not joined with, you know, boys with girls schools. So I have right now a girl in a Miss Porter school. It's a girls school, and she loves every minute of it. It's a very well-known school. Famous writers, Jacqueline Kennedy, etc., went to this school. They have an amazing alums that women who are now fashion designer and CEOs, and they all very closely work with the girls. And there is always a boys' school nearby, so they can do theater production or sport activities together. There are obviously therapeutic schools for students who need extra support or therapy. There are religious schools, but some of them have affiliation with the religions because they often started near church. And it doesn't really mean that you have to go to church. It only means that you have to take one theology class. And other than that, they're not truly religious. And there are a couple of pre-professional art schools that really prepare you to be an artist.
Değişik tiplere okulların bakmamız gerekirse, yani hepsi tek tip değil okulların. Sizin tabii rağbet etmeyeceğiniz bir iki tane var burada listede. Mesela militer okullar veyahut da din okulları. Maria'nın söylediği, o kadar kafaya takmayın. Din ve bir kilisenin etrafında başlamış olsa bile okul, öyle illa insanları zorlamıyorlar genellikle. Olsa belki curriculum'da bir tane işte genel bir den dersi olabiliyor. Ama onun haricinde college prep, üniversiteye hazırlık. Junior dediği 9. sınıftan önceki opsiyonlar, yatılı opsiyonlar, yani hazırlık amacıyla gidebileceği ortaokul nitelendirdiğimiz Türkiye'de. Single sex, yani kız okulları, erkek okulları. Miss Porter'dan bahsetti. Mesela Jacqueline Kennedy'nin bile gittiği ya da çok önemli fashion designerların ya da yazarların gitmiş olduğu Miss Porter, biliyoruz hepimiz ismini herhalde. Bir örnek olarak orada bir öğrenci var şu anda. Mesela ondan bahsetti. Bir de pre-professional sanat okulları. Bunlar çok ilginç. Çünkü işte resim, mimari, endüstriyel tasarım okuyacak öğrencilerimiz için, bunlar İngiltere'de de bu tarzda okullar var. Sadece sanat amaçlı. Hatta Türkiye'de de var ama Türkiye'de enteresan bir şekilde bunları üniversiteye tam olarak hazırlamıyorlar. Sadece sanat okullarına, üniversitesine hazırlıyorlar. Ama burada gördüm, çünkü gözümle gördüm, bir öğrencimiz gayet kolay bir şekilde üniversite opsiyonlarına girdi ve burs aldı. Niye? Buradaki bir sanat lisesinden mezun olduğu için oraya da bursla gitmişti zaten. Onun için çok güzel sonuçlar alınabiliyor öğrencilerde. Moda tasarım okumuştu ama dediğim gibi mimari, endüstriyel tasarım, her sanat dalı için geçerli. Please proceed. Thank you.
Perfect, thank you. So what boarding school can give your students? So academic experience, that's really why you go there, first of all, right? So most of the faculty has advanced degrees, not most, all of the faculty has advanced degrees. Most of them have PhDs, some have masters. So they are experts in their fields, and they went to boarding school because they want to teach your students. And they're very passionate about their subject. Teachers, most of them live on campus, so your students will have an access to the teacher just about any time. If the math test didn't go well, or you need your teacher to look at your English paper, you have an access to them just about any time. Obviously, students have to be organized and they have to schedule time, but sometimes they can just pop in. Teachers know what's going on in students' life. Teacher can pull you when you walking down the beautiful grounds and say, hey, how's your preparation for chemistry classes going? So it's very different when you live on campus with your teachers. It's definitely a smaller class size, usually no more than 12 students. Advanced classes, you can have 2 to 3 students per class. Incredible selection of coursework. Only core subjects, in core subjects, they offer up to 200 courses. You can take, obviously, AP college level courses. Some schools have IB curricular. Some schools offer both. You can pick and choose what you want. If you can see here from that picture, and it's probably going to be in other pictures as well, Most of the schools use Harkness method when the students actually sit in the circle or half circle. That way they can always participate in discussions. Nobody is called on. They can just discuss whatever they doing in class. And they feel involved in the classroom. You cannot be in the back, kind of checking out your iPad or whatever's going on in the world. There is a scheduled study hall, so there is none of that all of us used to do. When are you going to do your homework? The entire school is doing homework at the same time. Students do it either in the library. If they do it in their rooms, the doors are open and the dorm parent usually walks back and forth. During that time, they can also go to the teacher and ask for extra help. Yes. What?
No, I was waiting at Shimon.
Oh, okay.
I like seeing other participants because otherwise it's like you're talking in a
I know.
vacuum.
Unfortunately, I couldn't put them all because it'll cover me. Cover
I know.
the slide.
Would you like me to just briefly outline everything you said real quick?
Yes, please.
Şimdi bundan önceki slaytta bağımsızlığın ne kadar önemli olduğunu konuşmuştuk. Boarding school'ların verdiği üniversite girişlerde birkaç tane çok önemli şey var. Maria'nın söylediği şu. Türkiye'deki gibi limitasyonlar olmadığı için resource'larımızda ve okulun elindeki işte finanse edebileceği miktarlarda faculty'de fark kesinlikle var. Boarding school'larda çok yüksek seviye hocalar var. Bu genellikle seviyeleri çok iyi. Hocalar da campus'ta oturuyor. Onun için okul saatlerinden sonra da çocuklarla uğraşmaya ve tanışmaya ve yani bir ilişkileri olmasına devam ediliyor. Bu önemli. Sınıf size'ları, ebatları çok daha ufak. Onun için her bir öğrenciye dikkat edilebiliyor, daha çok dikkat edilebiliyor. Ders seçimleri çok zengin. AP ya da IB verilebiliyor. İkisini de veren, hatta ikisini birden de veren Türkiye'de olduğu gibi okullar görüyoruz burada. Harkness metodu kendisi anlattı ama anlattığı şu: böyle bir dairede oturup birbirleriyle sınıfla konuşarak öğrenmek. Böyle sıralarda oturup sen işte 7C'den sen söyle, işte ikinci sıradan sen söyle. Hayır, böyle değil. Gerçekten angaja olup diyalogla. Şimdi geçen hafta liberal sanat üniversiteleri ile ilgili çok önemli bir sunum yaptık ekiple. Ne olur YouTube kanalından onu seyretmediyseniz seyredin. Liberal sanat eğitimin, yani eleştirel düşünceyi ve yaratıcılığı aslında bu okullar bu seviyede vermeye başlıyorlar. Şimdi ben üniversite olarak bir Hotchkiss'ten ya da işte diğer verdiği örnekteki okul gibi Westminster'dan baksam, bileceğim için bu okulların bu özellikleri aşıladığını, bu üniversiteleri, bu liselerden gelecek çocukları tercih ederim. Bunlar daha hazır oluyor benim sistemime çünkü. Ben bir Harvard'sam, bir Brown'sam bunu ararım açıkçası. Ee, Yani burada söylemek istediğimiz de o zaten. Eğitim ödev saatleri belirlenmiş. Öğrenciler bayağı motive oluyorlar ve birbirlerinden öğreniyorlar. That would be it. Thank you.
Thank you. And please don't hesitate if anybody wants to ask a questions while we're going through. Please do. So world-class facility. Again, I love going to boarding schools and taking pictures because for me, it's like, it looks incredible how, like, I want to study there and I hope you will too. The libraries, the art centers, the dance studios, everything looks professional. Like if I want to be an artist, I want to be there. If I want to be a dancer, I want to be there. Music halls, athletic facilities, everything looks like it is state of the art. What else? Community and social maturity. So the student have diverse population, usually from just about all states in the United States. There are students usually from 30, 40 countries. So they live, learn, and play together. They have to learn how to get along. They have teachers who come from different walks of life as well. And it's independence. They definitely students who go to boarding school and come after first year, the parents say that they're different people, they independent, they more mature, but at the same time, it's 24/7 supervision. Every dorm has a dorm parent. Dorm parent is responsible for the students when they are in dorms. They usually live there with their spouse, their kids, their cats or dogs. They take care of their kind of house needs. The students also have an advisor, an academic advisor. So the dorm parent is taking care of their living situation. If the student is sick, if homesick or has an argument with their roommates, and academic advisor helps them with anything that has to do with academics. Maybe the student missed a class, maybe the student needs a shift their schedule, maybe something is not going well. The academic advisor will make sure that everything goes according to the plan. And if the student needs an extra help, guidance, communication with the teacher, academic advisor will do that. They meet several times a week. They meet one-on-one, and then a couple of times a week they would meet with advisor and advisory group, and there could be kids from different grades as well. So if you send your student away so far, rest assured that they will be taken care of by professionals and people who really care about your students' well-being, emotional, physical, and intellectual.
We got an excellent question in the spirit of keeping it more of a dialogue. Can I interject with the question?
Please, I love that.
Fatma Selçuk is asking an excellent question. What she wants to know is if we're already in high school, zaten lisedeyiz, and if I want to transfer to a high school in the United States, what is the latest you would recommend that we do that, do you think?
Some schools will not accept you into 12th grade. Some will. So if your student right now is in 10th or 11th grade and planning to go just for 1 year, that might be hard. However, if that's the case, and I don't know, you welcome to unmute yourself and just tell me what grade your student is. If your student, basically you have two options. One, you can look at the schools that still accept the students for 12th grade. If not, you can finish a high school in Turkey and try to go for PG year. Other than that, everything is open. You can go in 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade. No problem.
Let me translate that because that's a new concept. I don't think they've heard that until now.
Okay.
Maria'nın söylediği şu. Bir opsiyonlarınızdan biri, şimdi 12. sınıftan bahsediyor. Çünkü oradan anlayacağınız 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11 problem yok zaten. Tamam mı? Oradan Amerika'ya geçebilirsiniz. 12'deki bir çocuğun geçmesi için, çünkü değişik bir şey. İstanbul'da veyahut da Türkiye'de neresinde olursanız olsun liseyi bitiriyorsunuz. Ondan sonra bir sene Amerika'ya geliyorsunuz. Ve üniversiteye oradan başvuruyorsunuz. Tell us more about PG year and your experience and what do you think?
Yes, and I will let me just add something to that first.
Okay.
From my professional opinion, I think the best time to enter school would be 9th and 10th grade.
9, 10 en iyisi.
Yeah, pretty equal. I have plenty of students who went into 11th grade. What you need to be aware of, that 11th grade is a really tough year.
Yeah.
Because you take a lot of AP classes, you getting ready, for selecting colleges. So it's hard. But if you have a motivated student who is into that, that's fine. It's possible. So 10th, 9, 10th is the best. 11, doable for sure. As far as the PG year, so usually schools do not accept a lot of students in PG year, maybe 9 to 12 students. You have to give them a reason why you want to do that. Most of the time, my students who I worked with, usually they were just not ready for college. They wanted to try it out. They wanted to see when improve their English. They wanted to see how hard it is to be far from the family. They wanted to take classes that they did not have an opportunity to take in their high school. So they basically going to be in the classes with 12th graders, but they will be taking more advanced classes. And again, the academic schedule depends on the needs and the abilities of the student.
So let me translate all that. Şimdi Maria'nın söylediği şu, ben de aynı fikirdeyim. 9-10'da başlarsanız aslında daha iyi. Çünkü 11'de lang diye birdenbire zorlaşıyor. Biliyorsunuz o müfredat açısından EAP'ler olsun, IB olsun daha ağır bir sene. Türkiye'de de böyle. Onun ortasında ilk defa transfer edip attığımızda biraz daha zor. 12. sınıfta, şimdi Arzu Urk 12'de gitmeyi tavsiye... Hayır. Arzu Hanım onu demiyor. Somebody asked the question, I'm just fixing it. Hayır. 11'de de transfer edebilirsiniz ama 11'de, yani onun sonu 11'e Amerika'da başlarsa öğrencinin motive bir öğrenci olması lazım. Yoksa çok zor bir sene. Onun için 9 ve 10'da gelirseniz daha iyi. Ama kızın söylediği şu, 12'de de aslında gelebilirsiniz Amerika. Ya hatta diyor ki liseyi bitirdikten sonra gelebilirsiniz. Bir senede burada yatılı lise okuyabilirsiniz. Üniversite girmeniz açısından daha zor olursunuz. Onun açılımını yapıyoruz şimdi. Çünkü bu konsepti az duyuyorsunuzdur Türkiye'de. Kimse pek konuşmuyor benim gördüğüm. Gap nereden çıktı? PG konseptine. Şimdi Maria'nın söylediği şey şu. Okullar 9, 10, 12 kişi alabiliyorlar senede. Daha komplike, daha zor, belki lisenizde verilmeyen dersleri alıyorsunuz. Kendi başınıza oturmaya alışıyorsunuz. I would imagine what the PG year offers to you as a student, Maria. So this is a question. Also makes you more college ready, and that's an advantage. Yeah.
Exactly. First of all, I have to say that once you're in boarding school, doesn't matter what grade, when
Yeah.
you go to college, recommendations are all written by that boarding school. So they take the transcript from your previous school,
Yeah.
they package it all together, but they are the ones who are writing recommendations. So your student will come with better recommendation just because this teachers has been doing it years and years and years before. They have connections with the schools. So that's an advantage by itself. Also, some students are not ready because their English maybe not that great. So they need that extra time. Basically, if you're late or not ready or want to do something extra, it's an excellent idea to do the year.
Let's open up a parenthesis and discuss this. And I just want to make sure all the parents in the room get it, because it's such a huge opportunity and it's something they may not be familiar with. Diyelim İngilizcesi yeterli değilse öğrencimizin, çok iyi bir opsiyon. Ya da ne yapacağından tam olarak emin değil, ayaklarını ıslatmak istiyor önce, biraz bağımsız oturmak istiyor, yaşamak istiyor, biraz daha karar vermek istiyor. Öğrenciyi mature etmesine yardımcı olacak bir şey. Bunu da üniversiteler anlayacaklar. Başvururken bu bir avantaj teşkil edecek. Maria'nın söylediği şey bir de şu. PG senesi okurken İstanbul'da, ya da işte Türk İstanbul diyorum ama Türkiye'nin herhangi bir yerinden aldığı lise eğitiminin bütün rekorları o okula gidecek, yeni okula, ve Amerika'daki yeni okulu tarafından paketlenecek yeni transkripti ve yeni recommendation'ıyla. Yani şöyle düşünün, Amerika'daki bir okuldan başvurduğunda buradaki tavsiyeleri tabii daha biraz nizamına uygun olacak. Şimdi çok iyi liselerimiz var. I'm just adding some commentary and I'll do so in English. We have great schools in Istanbul or in other cities in Turkey where the counselors do know how to write a very good recommendation, but not all schools are like that. So if we attend a school where, we're struggling with how to write a decent recommendation and it looks like it's 4 pages with everything in the kitchen sink, that is not an effective recommendation on behalf of the school. Yani çocuğun girmesini etkileyecek ben şeyler görüyorum. Okul mektupları gördüm şimdiye kadar. Yani böyle yazılmaması lazım. Bunu her okulumuz bilmiyor. Onun için Amerika'da yazıldığı zaman daha olumlu olabilir kesinlikle, ve oluyor, ve üniversitelerde okulu tanıyorlar. And also the universities know the high school better than some of the international schools we have in Turkey.
Exactly. Thank
Sorry,
you.
that was a long translation.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. So just briefly, I think we spoke a little bit about that. The breadth about of extracurricular activities. I apologize, my dog is going crazy. The STEM projects, student-run clubs. Some schools have up to 80 clubs. Theater production. Usually, all schools have at least one musical and one theater, like a drama production. Which are incredible. It's like a Broadway shows, athletic, volunteering, and leadership opportunities. Basically, they do everything that college is looking for. You students just need to take advantage of the opportunity. And they will be asking you for that. You cannot just say, oh, I'm done with school and I'm not going to do anything today. No, you either have to go to sports practice,
They make
you
it.
have to do internship, you have to do something. You cannot relax. Yes, you're going to have half Saturday and you're going to have Sunday. Other than that, you're always going to be doing something. So when they come out of school, yes, they have AP classes and amazing grades, but they also going to have all of these things that they took advantage of, and they, have an art exhibit, or maybe they did a scientific research, or I don't know, participated in
Yeah.
a competition, I don't know, swimming or figure skating.
Maria'nın söylediği tercümeye gerek yok. Zaten görüyorsunuz yani okulların fasiliteleri inanılmaz. Türkiye'de de var böyle okullar tabii. Hepsi öyle değil ama var kesinlikle. Onlar da güzel. Fakat yatılı okuduğunuzda fark şu. Okuldan çıktığınızda okul saatleri bittiğinde çalışıyorsunuz, angajesiniz. Eve gidip de bisküvilerinizi yiyip birazcık uyuyup sonra sabah 2'ye kadar yani o kadar kötü ki öğrencilerimle konuştuğumda sabah 2'de bana cevap veriyorlar. Çocuğum uyusanıza. Zaten bir taraftan Milli Eğitim Bakanlığı müfredatı, bir taraftan AP ya da IB ne alıyorlarsa çocuklar zaten böyle bir yığın altında kalmışlar. Hayır, Amerika'daki boarding school'lar öyle değil. Pozitif şeylerle ve aktivitelerle tam üniversitelerin istediği tarzda sağlıklı bir şekilde angajesiniz ve kaçış da yok. Orada oturacaksınız, orada resmen angaje olacaksınız. Okay.
Okay. We'll try to go quicker. Okay, so now that we talked you into sending your students to boarding school, now we'll tell you how to do that. So the first thing you need to do, everything starts early, and I'll talk about the maybe exclusions from that. But this is a typical timeline. So you start spring, summer right now, if your student wants to go to high school next year in the United States. So you work on TOEFL, improving your English skills, SSAT. I'll talk about SSAT for a sec in a minute. You work on that right now over the summer. In the fall, I apologize for my dog. I'm sorry. Next time you get up, I'm gonna go get him something.
We can't hear him. We can't hear him.
Oh, you can? Okay, good. So in the fall, usually the schools invite you to come for an interview. Most of the schools do it in person. Some are okay with the Zoom interviews. Usually students come with the parents. You tour the school with the student, and with the students who are students at that particular school. Then you come back, you talk to admission counselor, student first, then parents second. So you can ask all your questions, see all the facilities. If you're a student interested in math, he can talk to the math teacher. If interested in dance, they can talk to the dance teacher, etc.
Shall I translate up to here?
Yeah.
Diyelim 2025 Eylül'ünde okula başlayacak öğrencimiz. Şimdiden başlamak lazım. Ne yapacak? İngilizcesini yerinde olması lazım, belli bir seviyede olması lazım. Onun için gerekli olan standart testlere çalışıyor olması lazım. Akademik ve İngilizce açısından hazırlıklı olması için. Sonbaharda davet edecekler. Onun için bir arada ya da kış tatilinde gidip okullar görülebilir, orada interview'lar yapılabilir. Arkasından 15 Ocak'ta başvuruları gidiyor. Okay. Up till here, just very quick.
Yeah, thank you. So, and the application deadline is usually January 15th. This is actually an excellent kind of a preview of what your college application process is going to be like. It's very, very similar. It's a little bit easier, less writing, a little bit less involved, but it's very similar. It's a good preparation for college application. So you submit everything by 15th, financial information you submit, I think, by the end of January, if you're looking for financial aid. And then on March 10th, on one day, everybody gets a decision. And March and April, end of March and April, there are revisits day. Let's say you send application to 10 schools, you get accepted in 7. 4 of them, you're not interested in, they were just safeties, but the 3, it's hard to decide. Mm-hmm. So you go back and revisit. They have a special revisit days. I actually encourage people to go on those days because everything will be done so the students can kind of try themselves and see themselves. They're going to go in the classroom. They're going to go see the game. They're going to sit down with the different teachers and staff. They meet other students who were admitted. So hopefully they connect with someone. They will be everywhere walking around with the student from the school, and they'll try to find the student with a similar interest or similar background. And after that, you have to quickly decide. The decision you have to make is on April 10th. And once you make that decision, you send a deposit, usually $3,000. Don't quote me on that. And after that, the process starts as far as the visa and everything.
Great. 15 Ocak'ta başvurumuzu yolluyoruz demiştik. Mart'ın 10'unda herkese neticeler geliyor. Diyor ki Maria'nın söylediği 10 okula diyelim başvurdunuz. 7'sinden kabul geldi. Aklınızda olanları bir tekrar görmek isteyebilirsiniz. Onlara gidip dersler nasıl oluyor, aktiviteler nedir, hocalarım neye benziyor bir tekrar görmekte fayda var. Tabii 2 kere bir senede gitmek zor, o konuşulabilir. Belki ikisini birden yapmamıza gerek yok bir aşamada. Ama 10 Nisan'a kadar da gideceğimiz okulu seçmemiz gerekiyor. Bir sonraki sonbahar başlamak amacıyla, yani deadline'lar bu şekilde. One question is, so this is the standard deadline, but there are occasionally spots at schools, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So probably not the top schools like Andover, Hotchkiss,
Gonna be gone.
maybe even not Westminster, but I had student accepted anytime, including during the school year. I would not recommend it, but if you want your student to start school in September 24th this year, all I'm going to do, I'm going to pick up the phone and start calling schools and ask who has a spot. Sometimes they have a spot for a girl, or sometimes they have a spot for a boy, or sometimes they need a tennis player. You never know. So it can happen. You still have to go through the process. It's just going to be much faster. And let me talk about testing for a second. So TOEFL or Duolingo you have to take. Without that, you cannot really start the school if you're an international student. SSAT students, most of the schools used to ask for SSAT. Some were optional. COVID, obviously, nobody did. Last year, almost nobody did. This year, more and more schools, again, more competitive schools, do ask for SSAT. If you know what SAT is, SSAT sort of similar. It has verbal part and math part.
Yeah.
A little bit easier. But if you're looking at competitive schools, that's something to keep in mind, and you have to get ready for that.
Siz anladınız Maria'nın söylediğini, ama özetlemek gerekirse SSAT, aynen bu SAT ile yaşadıklarımız onda da yaşadık. Covid'de bir dönem gerekmedi tabii, çünkü kimse alamıyor testi. Ama SAT'de olduğu gibi şu sıralarda özellikle seçici okullar akademik benchmarking'e bakmaya, dönmeye başladılar. Onun için tabii bunun nasıl çalışılması, nasıl alınması gerektiğini biliyoruz. Onun için o konuda sizinle çalışırsanız bilgi veririz. Bir korkacak bir şey yok, yapılabiliyor. TOEFL, Duolingo da aynı şekilde gayet kolay. Okay, back to you.
Thank you. So what's included in application, as I mentioned before, sort of similar to college application, a little bit easier, and parents also play a part in it. So you fill out the family profile. There are 2 standard application, Gateway and SAO. If your student's taking SSAT, you will have to register SAO anyway. So, so family profile, student's name, parent's name, who went to which school, etc. Very basic information. Interest and achievements, that's kind of a creative part, like similar to activity section on the Common App in college. And then there is one essay and I think 3 short questions. Again, another creative part where we really try to showcase the students. So we will coach your students and we'll check everything and help them with that part of the application because it's very important. And just like in college, they just want to know who your student is, what are his or her interests are, will they be able to fulfill those interests in their school? Is it going to be a good fit? Can I finish or you want to translate?
No, finish. It's pretty.
Okay. There is a parent statement as well, which you're not going to see in college applications. So basically, they're looking for any information you can give them on your student. If your student is shy, make sure to tell them that student is shy so they'll know to work on that. If your student is super into robotics, make sure to tell them that. If you're looking for the student to be independent, make sure to tell them that. Tell them, highlight your student and try to explain to them why you think this boarding school would be a good opportunity for him. Then your high school, your school, middle school or high school, wherever your student coming from need to write, teachers and counselor will need to write recommendation. Usually it's 2 teachers, 1 English, 1 math. It is prescripted. It's not any teacher. And you fill out the information for the teacher or counselor, they get an email, and they get actually a form that they need to fill out, and that are going to be open part when they just write about the student. And obviously your school will send an official school transcript.
Peki başvuru esnasında ya Standard Application Online platform olarak oradan bahsediyoruz ya Gateway to Prep Schools application doldurulurken isteyecekleri şu aşağıdakiler. Şimdi ailenin bir profilini istiyorlar. Tabii böyle şeyler bu kadar derece yok değil mi? Üniversite başvurularından biraz farklı alışık olduğumuz. Bir de aileden yani anne ve babadan bir statement istiyorlar öğrenciyle ilgili. Bunun haricinde öğrencinin ilgileri, şimdiye kadar ne kadar angaja olduğu, okulda nelerle angaja olduğu, başarıları, aldığı ödüller falan varsa bunları toparlayacağız. Bu tamamen üniversite prosesine benziyor burada. Bir essay, bir de böyle kısa cevaplar isteyebilecekler. Ne yapıyorlar? Öğrenciyi gerçekten tanımak istiyorlar ki ona uygun bir programla karşılaşsın, o hazırlansın. Belirli hocalardan ve okulun kanserlarından devam etmiş olduğu okulun kanserlarından bir tavsiye ya da bir form verilecek, onun doldurulması istenecek ve en son olarak da tabii ki notlarımızı kesinlikle paylaşmak zorundayız. And that's it.
Thank you. Hope we didn't lose anybody yet.
Well, now on this stage you might. It's very expensive.
All right, so it is expensive, no question about it. It costs up to $65,000. It actually old slide, maybe a little bit more. And usually they do not give merit aid. So something to know. So if you're a student athlete or amazing student or playing a violin, or just the fact that he's from Turkey, college might give you a merit aid. Usually boarding schools do not.
No.
However, they do give a need-based aid. So you will have to fill out financial aid form. It's SSS profile. Be prepared, it's quite invasive. They will ask you where you live, how much your house worth, what car do you drive, where do you go on vacation, et cetera, et cetera. That's okay. Fill it out the best you can. Supply them with necessary documents. At the very end, there'll be a question, how much do you actually can pay? And, you know, just tell them exactly how much you can pay. If you can pay $40,000, just tell them that. And if they don't have a lot of students from Turkey, or if they have an excellent scores and SSAT or whatever other reasons, they will try to fulfill that financial need.
You know what? Interestingly, as schools get more and more expensive in Turkey, this is becoming more attractive, you know, because it is available. You can qualify for some of this stuff, you know.
Exactly. So don't be shy. Yes, you might not get to one school that you really want to, but another school might give you money. So
that's why you need a good school list.
Exactly. And some schools, more competitive schools, obviously have more money. They have large endowment, but it's much harder to get into. So just start getting ready earlier.
It's very similar to college, you know, applications in this regard, right?
Well, I actually find it's harder to find. It's more difficult because there is no merit aid.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you need to translate? No.
Merit aid yok derken aslında ihtiyaç bursu verebiliyorlar. Onu anladınız galiba hepiniz. Tabii CSS dolduruyorsak üniversitede burada da SSS var. Aileyle ilgili bayağı öncünü öğrenmeye çalışacaklar. İşte nerede arabanız nedir, nerede eviniz nerededir soracaklar bunları. Ama yani burs alanları kesinlikle biliyoruz, görüyoruz her zaman. Onun için burs var. Merit aid yok ama need based var. Ben de söylediğim şey şu, üniversite yani liseler pahalılaştıkça Türkiye'de ve kaliteleri malum, ne tarafa doğru gittiği bu işin malum. Onun için bu daha atraktif bir opsiyon olmaya başlıyor diye düşünüyorum. All back to you.
Thank you. So how can we help you? So we help you to build a balanced list of schools, just like for college, reach target and safety or likelies. We will help you create a plan for testing. It all depends what grade your student is in right now, kind of what's his baseline, when you're planning to apply in to boarding school in US, and when you're planning to send your student there. We'll help you schedule college school visits. We'll prepare your students for an interview. If you need us to go with a student, we will definitely do that. We can suggest summer programs, just like colleges. Schools interested, what you've done during the summer. Many boarding schools offer summer programs. That's another great way to kind of tiptoe into the boarding school experience and see if you like it with a small commitment of like 6-8 weeks. We will help with the essay writing. We will not write an essay for you, but we'll help you every step in the way so you can showcase your writing skills and tell them who you are as a person. And we'll assist with the entire application process. We handhold you, we'll talk to the schools, and we'll support you during your final school selection decision. Usually with the school students I work with, I continue supporting them during their time in school. With the time difference and sometimes language barriers, it's easier for me to do that and talk in for the schools to reach me. I also live in Connecticut. Not that I'm suggesting that you students will come to Connecticut, but between New York and Boston, there are probably majority of boarding schools, and it's easier to fly from Turkey or Europe to East Coast than West Coast, but West Coast also has really good schools.
Which we can help with them with that as well. Maria'nın söylediği, just to translate everything, yani basically ben aslında bir adım da daha geri atacağım. Şimdi ben çocuğum başka bir yerde liseye gitsin istiyorum. Devlet okuluna mı yollayayım, özel okula mı yollayayım, yatılı mı yollayayım? Bir kere orada karar verme aşamasında bize danışabilirsiniz. Diyelim yatılı, yani bu sunumun konusu olan tarzda bir okula başvurmaya karar verdiniz. Gördüğünüz gibi bir sene öncesinden başlamak gerekiyor ama son dakikada da yerler bulunabiliyor. Onu da anlattık. Hangi sınıflarda bunun yapılmasını önerdiğimizi anlattık. 9-10 tavsiye ediyoruz. 11 motive bir öğrenci için olabilir. Hatta 12'yi bitirdikten sonra da PG senesi de olabilir. Onun da avantajlarını tartıştık. Şimdi başvurulmaya karar verildiğinde ne yapmak lazım? Çok iyi bir liste geliştirilmesi lazım. Tabii okullardan komisyon alıp da en çok komisyon verenleri koyarsanız o doğru bir liste olmaz. Onun için gerçekten aileyi tanıyıp, öğrenciyi tanıyıp, işte yapacağı sporlara ilgi alanlarını kapsayan ve yer alarak da doğru yerleri kapsayan ve ebadı bir liste geliştirilmesi lazım. Maria, Connecticut'ta, ben de batı tarafındayım. Yani tam bu işlerin en civcivli olduğu, bu okulların en yoğun olduğu yerde oturuluyor. Sonra bu okullarla münasebette kalıp onlara belki gezileri düzenlemekte yardım ediyoruz. Testlere hazırlanırken kimle çalışılacak, kaç zaman önce başlanması lazım. Bu konularda kesinlikle yardım edebiliyoruz. Bunların kararları verirken. Okulla mülakat, aile ve öğrenci açısından çok önemli. Bunun doğru yapılması gerekiyor. Hazırlanma sürecinde gidilebilecek yaz programları, tabii ki motivasyon mektubu, essay yazacağız okula. Tabii biz yazmıyoruz. Yazılmaması lazım çünkü okulda gidip de uygun bir profilde olacaksanız bunu yazmayı öğrenmeniz lazım. Onu öğrenmekte yardım edip elinizden tutup işte gereken editleri yapıyoruz. Ondan sonra bütün başvuru sürecinde yanınızda oluyoruz açıkçası. Bir de kabul edildiğiniz yerlerden bir tanesini seçip oraya commit etmeniz lazım. Öğrenci gittikten sonra okula bu destekte devam edebilir. Çünkü bizler burada oturuyoruz. Hold on. Thank you.
Great. I was trying to do puzzles. This is like a puzzle. That's why I try to do this picture. So
Puzzle. Yani
we'll
bu
help you put it
parçaları
all together. Yes.
bir
So
parçanın eksik olmaması lazım. Aklınızda tutmanızı istediğimiz en büyük parçada okullardan komisyon alarak doğru düzgün sağlıklı liste yapılmaz. And I said the biggest piece of the puzzle is the wonderful school list, because if you're someone who takes commissions, you're not going to make the right list. It's not going to be the right school for you. So that's something really important.
And And I want to add just what I said about this amazing schools and their amazing college list. There is a school for everybody. So there is a school for athlete, there is a school for average student, there is a school for a shy student. We'll help you find that school. So it's not a one fits all. We
Yeah.
will help you to really try to understand what will work the best for your students, because at the end of the day, no matter what kind of school your student is, it's all about him or her, how
Yeah.
they present it, did they take advantage of the opportunities, so they're ready for, college application process.
I've got another excellent question, but I want to make one point in English and then in Turkish, if Maria agrees. So this was about boarding schools, and they have distinct advantages. But if you're moving here with the family or one of the parents, please let us know, and we can consult you on, what options you should consider in that case, right? And we can help you that way too. So please call us. And then there's a good question. Arzu is asking, if you're a US citizen, does the school charge a different fee from citizens? No.
Well, yes and no.
Yes,
So
no.
the fee for the school is the same.
Yeah.
However, you will not have to pay international student fee. So international student department has to prepare the visa, arrange certain things. So you probably, my estimate, don't quote me, probably $2,000-3,000
Yeah.
a year you will spend. So
Which
it's still
is significant. It's so,
yeah, exactly.
yeah, that's good.
Other than that, the price is the same. It's probably, if you are a US citizen and you file US taxes, it's probably will be easier for you also to show you financial need as well.
That's true. Onu anlamadıysanız, mesela Amerikan vatandaşıysa öğrencimiz ve annesi babası da vergi deklarasyonu yapıyorlarsa, o zaman daha kolay tabii, bizim böyle daha o kadar invasive bir süreç olmayacak. Daha böyle clear cut bir süreç olacak. Burada vergi veriyorsanız onlara bakıyorlar çünkü.
But keep in mind, schools, boarding schools are all private. They don't take government money. So
Yep.
they give equally to US citizen as well as to international students.
Özel kurumlar oldukları için boarding school'lardan bahsediyoruz şu anda. Yabancıymışsınız, Amerikan vatandaşıymış, pek fark etmez. Hepsine de aynı şekilde yardım, yani merit aid kalifikasyonu konusunda eşit bakacaklar. Should we take questions and
Please, you can unmute yourself and just
I feel like I've been
turn on the video and
chatting in both languages, but I hope it's really helpful. Maybe there's something I want to discuss. Maybe I'll just stop the recording at first. Is that okay?
I think it's a great idea. Maybe